Hi everyone, and welcome back to Valentine Visits with My Pink Bathtub. My name is Diane and we are on day 13. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. It went rather quickly this month, didn't it? First of all, I just want to talk about an error I did yesterday, and thank you, Pat, for pointing that out to me. The pattern, the Stonehill Chill Cowl, I am doing a giveaway for one copy of the pattern, not for the cowl itself, and I'm pulling the name tomorrow. Now, if you have not yet done so, go back to day number 8, watch the episode, and put in a comment for a chance to win this cowl pattern from Sweet Skein of mine. And Amanda has generously donated the pattern for this prize. I used a 100-gram hank of yarn. This is the type of yarn from Juniper Moon Farms, Harriet. And I did weigh what yarn I had left last night, and I have 23 grams. 23 grams. So, I mean, essentially 3/4 of the hank of yarn of a DK weight was used for this. And I forgot to mention yesterday that I did not extend the cabling. I just knit the pattern as written. And to me, it was definitely long enough. But if you want to use the entire hank of a DK weight, you could definitely add one more 8-row section of the cabling to use up your yarn. It's beautiful, isn't it? So I am going to do something. If you have been a viewer of my channel for a while, you're probably going to have a good idea what I'm going to attempt to make. But I'm going to do it a little bit differently using the 2-stitch cable that is in this pattern and see how it goes. So I will report back tomorrow what that's going to look like. And I'm hoping I can get 2 of them out of this one little ball. I've been working on my sock, and this morning I just started the toe, so I'm going to get that done and show you what it looks like. This sock is part of the Sock Along 2025 that I'm doing with Socksy Nana Alice on her channel. I'll link her below, and please go and check her out. Every month we do a pair of socks, and this was the yarn that I pulled, which just happened to be pink, for February for our Sock Along. So you can start joining us at any time. Every month we are doing a gift away for one lucky winner. There is a Ravelry group, and all of the information is over on her channel. I will link her in this episode. But the fun thing I made last night, and I finished as an example for you, is a pair of mittens, almost done. I did one mitten completely, with this red heart comfort yarn in the color hot pink. It is a 4-weight 100% acrylic yarn. This is a toddler size. I think do just a bit of adjustments for myself. But if you follow the pattern, it's not going to be very different. I think I do a bit of a shorter cuff. This is the Tin Can Knits World's Simplest mitten pattern. I'm going to link it below. It is free on Ravelry, or you can download the Tin Can Knits app, and they have a whole bunch of free patterns that is just in their app as well. The nice thing about the app is you can save your spot of where you're working on the pattern and then go revisit it. I haven't used it very often, but I did go on it last night just to revisit this pattern because I haven't knitted in a few months, just to make sure I was on track of where I should be with it. So I finished a plain one, but I also finished a kitten mitten one to share with you. And this is what it looks like. Scrap white yarn for the tufts of the ears and the whiskers. I do have a tutorial for how to make a fox mitten, which is exactly the same ears as the kitten mittens. I'm going to link it below if you want to follow it along just to figure out how to do the kitten ears. For my markets, I do include mitten clips with it. I buy them on Amazon, but these bags I also just bought separately on Amazon, and I just attach them to the mitten when I sell them. The tutorial is linked below if you're interested in making a pair, and you can make them in any size. I have made them for adult size using the same technique for the ear. I essentially use the same size needle that I do knit the body of the mitten with when I do the ears, but it's the exact same ear for adult size or children's size. I still have 3 friends that need to contact me about winning the Piggy pattern. So I'm going to suggest to you to maybe go back and review the footage of day number 7. If you don't want the Piggy pattern, that's totally fine, but you did use the word in your comment, so that is why you were entered into the draw. But speaking of the Piggy pattern, Lichen, who is one of the winners, has shared a couple of photos. She has done this pattern, and she did it in a fingering weight yarn, I believe, using, I think it was 2.25 millimeter needles, and I'll pop a couple of her photos that she shared with me that she has made. She thought it was a fun pattern to knit, and she is expecting her first grandchild and is doing 3 piggies to go along with the 3 Little Piggies book in French that she plans to read to her new grandchild and play with the toys at the same time. So I thought that was really sweet. Let's open the yarn today because Judy's yarn that she sent me from the green button jar is 12 days. So we are going to, as you can see, it's right here. We are going to spread it out on the ottoman and take a nice look at the fade after we're done our openings. There is a full hank of yarn to open tomorrow on Valentine's Day, and I'm very excited to see what kind of color that's going to be. If you did not get the chance to purchase one of the Countdown to Cupid boxes that Amanda sells, she has an Etsy store. She is now doing a new promotion that is being released on Saturday, this Saturday, in her Etsy shop. I believe it's a 7-day mini with a full hank of fingering weight yarn and some extra goodies. I am so tempted to buy one. I have to sit on my hands. I will probably look at the listing, like who's kidding who. I'm going to look at the listing and we'll see. I'm on a yarn diet. I encourage you, if you ever want to get a hold of one of her little Adventy collections, to follow her on Instagram. She always gives her customers a heads up when she's going to put something for sale. And the bunny box is going to be put up for sale this Saturday, 12 noon her time. And I'm not sure if that's I'll put it below here. I think she's 2 hours difference from Manitoba. There's only going to be 50. If you're interested, check it out. I have linked her below in all the episodes, her Instagram and her Etsy shop. So Saturday at noon her time is when the bunny boxes are going to be released. They'll probably get sold out that day. So countdown to Cupid. We are on day number 13. I've been very bad at guessing all of them. So the last color name is called Love Song. I don't know. I'm still thinking maybe there should be a green in this collection. What do you think? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Ooh. Very pretty. Lots of little tinges of yellow in her work this time with pink. And this is, it's hard to tell if it's, I don't think it's a cream, but it almost has a little bit of a pale off-whitey green tone to it. And again, I am terrible at explaining colors, but that is lovely. Tomorrow is the full hank. Day number 13 of the Lichen and Lace mystery minis. I could tell when I was looking at the string yesterday that when I did put them in the bags, I did kind of group them by similar colors, that I feel like 2 or 3 of them could work together. Ooh, could work together quite well. Look at this one. This is called Plum Jam. And as mentioned, they all come with tags when you buy the mystery minis from Lichen and Lace with the color name. I did do a little bit of searching. Some of them definitely are available in full hanks. If for some reason you are interested in that color, and this looks wonderful. 73 yards in these hanks. 73. Beautiful. The final day of Judy's gift, which was, again, super generous, and thank you so much, Judy. After we open this, we're going to put these all out to see what the collection looks like together. It is a beautiful fade. And thank you for your input, for those of you who answered about whether I should do a dark to a light fade or a light to a dark. Some people said that whatever the best, most flattering color is around your face, you should do it that way. And yeah, I think that's kind of a great idea. I don't know, in my mind, without looking at it, I'm thinking light to dark would look nice, but I'm open to either way. So day number 12, green button jar. I'm assuming this is going to be even darker. And it is. So this is actually called Speckled Day number 1. Because she put it in the last day, well, we're going to do both. We're going to do how I opened it, and then we're going to do the reverse look just to see what it looks like as a grouping. This one doesn't give the amount of yardage per mini, but it is a 20-gram mini. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's do some yarn math, shall we? Let's assume that each mini is 80 yards. So there's 12 minis, and that would make it 960 yards. I just went on to Ravelry to check out the Rock It tee. The original version, I'm going to put the specs up here, is by Tanis Lavalley, and it is a fingering weight yarn. The smallest size is 650 meters worth of yarn. I'm not a small, somewhere a medium-ish size, so probably size 3 I would be knitting without looking at the pattern. So I think this might be a doable knit for me. It's definitely something I'm going to put on the possibility list for the yarn from Judy, the green button jar yarn from Windsor, Ontario, and this was half of the Merry and Bright Advent that Judy opened this past December. Should I thank you for the 100th time, Judy? Thank you, my friend. And speaking of Judy, just a reminder that on February the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, Judy and I are doing a live on her channel. I have linked the live information below. If you click on there and click notify, you will be notified when we go live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday at Judy's Creations in Crochet. And we'll be talking about our future Mal. So please join us if you can. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, the last episode. I hope you have been enjoying this series. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't have enough content to share with you. I'm hoping that there was enough variety for you to keep you interested. And thank you to all of you that have come along with me this entire fortnight. So until tomorrow, my friends, we will see you on Valentine's Day. Take care and bye for now.